Hi, my name is Thompson. I've been working with the Special Operations Combative community for over 15 years. And some of the common things that I see once we start adding weapons and fighting as a team that people end up neglecting. A few basic tips here. One, awareness. You always have to be aware. Do not get tunnel vision. If you're cuffing somebody, if you're clearing or you're dealing with somebody, or you're post-assault, pre-assault, do not get tunnel vision on the situation that's going on around you. You have to always be aware. Another important thing to think about and train is dealing with the effects of adrenaline. Going to an assault, it's easy to get really amped up, and by the time you get there, you're fatigued. If you have an opportunity, take a deep breath, go to a relaxing place in your mind, and keep your adrenaline down. After the assault, learn how to slow things down, take a deep breath again, compose yourself. This will help you make better judgment decisions. Another important thing is communication. It's very important to communicate with the soldiers around you. Once a situation happens, you see guys kind of get tunnel vision. Let somebody else know what's going on around you. It's not how fast you can solve the problem. It's how fast you can solve the problem together. Combative fights are won and lost in nanoseconds. So every second you delay on having somebody come and help you, you're putting yourself in jeopardy and everyone around you in jeopardy. Another important thing that you have to add to your training is training on knowing where your rounds are going. It's probably one of the most neglected things out there in combatives. For every hand-to-hand situation that becomes a life or death situation, it is usually solved by the number 2 man. And the number 2 man usually says the same thing every time. I could not get a good shot. He has to leave his point of domination in the room to try to put a round in the bad guy. And sometimes they're in such a hurry, they shoot the bad guy, the round travels through the bad guy and hits the good guy in the arm or the leg. Most of the time these things aren't fatal, but they do happen more times than people want to talk about. So to enhance your training, train on where the rounds are going all the time. Know where they end up. Another important thing to practice is the articulation of your actions. If I pull out a handgun and shoot somebody, I need to be able to articulate why I did that on the use of force continuum. By articulating it to the group and to other people, it will help me form a line in the sand of what is right and what is wrong for post-traumatic stress, and also will not cause a delay in my reaction in a CQB encounter. Another key thing is know the limitations of your equipment and how you will react with that equipment. Sometimes you may add another magazine pouch, you may change your holster, you may change your sling, and once you start dealing and fighting in your environment, 360 degrees tackled over an object or end up falling to the ground, know how your particular sling is going to choke you and twist you up. Know when you fall on your side that you may or may not be able to get to your knife or a handgun. You have to practice this because these problems will happen. Murphy's Law will come into effect. Another thing is understand that the most effective training is the task itself. When you're doing the task, force yourself to make decisions. It doesn't matter what skill sets I have. It doesn't matter what tools I have on me. It doesn't matter how great of a fighter I am if I can't make the right decisions on when to use what tools at what time. So create the scenarios, amp them up to where you have so much to process and you have to make a split decision in a nanosecond. A lot of times you'll make the wrong decision, but the more and more you hang out making split-second decisions really fast, the faster you're going to be able to do it in reality. Remember, these fights are won and lost in nanoseconds. So every time you hesitate to think about what the right decision might be, the decision may pass you by.